So Garvey tries to organize in Jamaica, but he's not successful. Garvey's not successful because in the Caribbean, our slave master had so divided us against each other and put us in a hierarchy based on color. Based on color, that in the Caribbean islands, you had octoroon, quadroon, mulatto. You had about 8 different color hierarchies. And as we are today, black people were not interested in being African. Black people were not interested in being black. They wanted to be light skinned. They wanted to do what Serena Williams is doing. They wanted to do what our sister Serena Williams is doing right now. Have a baby with a white man so your child can come out lighter than you. Killing the African DNA through miscegenation. They didn't want to be part of no Garvey movement. I don't want to be black. I'm trying to blend in with the whites. And so Garvey met all kinds of opposition in America. Garvey met all kinds of opposition in America. In Jamaica, because they didn't want to be part of nothing like that. The hell you trying to make me be African for? Africans don't get no respect. Africans don't get no jobs. Africans ain't liked. And that's why in the Caribbean today, you got skin bleaching problem. In the Caribbean today, you got skin bleaching. Brothers and sisters bleaching their damn skin. We got rappers bleaching their damn skin. Even right here in South Africa, bleaching their damn skin, trying to become white. So when Garvey stood up and said, "Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will," they ran away from Garvey. Who is you to come and tell me that I'm an African? We not gonna follow you. You as black as tar. We not following no blue, black, purple leader. You better go bleach your skin before you come talking to me. So the Jamaicans try to destroy Garvey because the culture was based on color worship and integration. Color worship and integration. They didn't want no parts of Garvey. So Garvey begins correspondence with Booker T. Washington. The Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey begins to communicate with Booker T. Booker T. Washington, who himself had an international conference for the Negro at Tuskegee. Facts. See, y'all criticize Booker T. I'm going to have to do a seminar on Booker T because y'all don't understand Booker T. Washington. Marcus Garvey's influence. Y'all don't understand Booker T. Washington. And who was Booker T. Washington's hero? Who was Booker T. Washington's hero? Who did Booker T. Washington write the first biography of? Who was the great leader that Booker T. Washington wrote one of his first biographies? And that's the Honorable Frederick Douglass. Booker T. Washington idolized Frederick Douglass, wanted to be like Frederick Douglass, and wrote one of the first biographies for the Honorable Frederick Douglass. And so Booker T comes from Frederick and Garvey comes from Booker T. So Garvey also comes from Douglass. Facts. Facts. In fact, Marcus Garvey named his first Black Star Line ship the what? The first Black Star Line ship, 1919. Marcus Garvey, the first Black Star Line ship was named what? The SS Frederick Douglass. The first Black Star Liner, the first Garvey ship was the SS Frederick Douglass. So when I say Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey, know what I know. You got to know what I know before you open your mouth. I know my history. I know my history. FDMG, the first Black Star Liner, was the SS Frederick Douglass, purchased for $165,000. Garvey. So Garvey writes to Booker T, and he tells Booker T that I want to open up a Tuskegee Institute in Jamaica. Booker T. Washington writes Marcus Garvey back and said, I will do whatever I can to help you build. Booker T. Washington tells Marcus Garvey, I will do whatever I can to help you build. So Garvey says, I'm coming to America to meet with Booker T so he can help me build the Booker T. See, that's why I got to open FDMG, because Garvey wanted to open that up. Douglass tried to open that up. I got to open it up. I got to open it up. So Garvey finally comes to America. He lands March 23rd, 1916, only to find out that Booker T. Washington has died. Garvey shows up only to find out that Booker T. Washington has died. So he meets with Booker T. Washington's second in command, R.R. Morton, the vice president at Tuskegee Institute in Normal School. R.R. Morton. R.R. Morton. Okay? And what did we find out later about R.R. Morton? We found out later that R.R. Morton was an undercover agent for the United States Army, brothers and sisters. Booker T. Washington's vice president at Tuskegee Institute, R.R. Morton, was an undercover United States Army agent who was sent to Tuskegee Institute to infiltrate and spy on Booker T. Now, if Booker T. Washington was a sellout, if Booker T. Washington was the sellout that y'all claim he was, why did the United States Army send an Army agent into Tuskegee, R.R. Morton, to spy on Booker T? Because Booker T was financing African liberation. Booker T was financing Black Wall Streets. Booker T with the National Negro Business League. Booker T with the International Convention of the Negro. And on top of that, see, we going in tonight. Ain't no hotepping over here. This is notorious RBG, King Kong consciousness. You know how I ride. You know how I ride. You want the belt, you got to take it. You can't hate it away. If you want the title, you got to take it. You cannot hate it away. And see, when I study Garvey, and I'm nowhere near the level of a Garvey, brothers and sisters. I'm nowhere near the level of a Garvey. But when I look at what Mosiah had to go through, I see it on a smaller scale with my own struggles. Marcus Garvey's Black Star Line, that's the equivalent of Prince of Pan-Africanism's FDMG. Just like they tried to destroy Garvey's Black Star, you're trying to destroy the FDMG, but you can't. You can't. Because the foundation that I have laid, the ideological foundation of King Kong consciousness, will survive long after I'm gone. I done already woke up millions. I done already woke up millions.